I'm glad to see you.
I've got a few questions for you, Bailiff, if you don't mind. Have you been having some trouble around here?
And what business is it of yours? Did someone complain? Who sent you here?
No one complained, though I'd be interested to know why you think they might. It was Lord Radzig who sent me. He'd heard word that some unsavoury characters are holed up round here.
Begging your pardon, but what the devil does Sir Radzig care about it? And I keep hearing the same from Sir Sebastian, and he's got no dog in this fight either.
You have an inn and the horse trails cross here. There must be many travellers come seeking work and not all of them honest men.
Aye, it's true. Bedlam has broken out once or twice, and restoring order was no easy matter.
Has there been anything like that lately?
No, it's been quiet here lately. Now that I think about it, I don't recall coming across anyone here like that.
Nobody looking for soldiering work, maybe as a merchant's guard?
There's always one or two like that. But if they don't get the job, they move on.
Sir Sebastian? Who's that?
Sebastian Baron von Berg. He's here under monastery law to protect us against all this unrest in the land.
Why should he care about the city? That's not his jurisdiction, is it?
Quite true. I'm in charge of this city, but he keeps telling me I've got cutthroats hiding around here, and I should be more vigilant. The goal of the man.
I heard some recruiters are meeting in Sasau. Seemed likely they get up to mischief and people might complain.
Do you think that people here complain and I don't do my job? Nothing of the sort. Old Lederman's the only one that comes complaining, but I pay no heed to him.
And what does this Lederman complain about?
Lederman is our local tanner. Lives by the quarry, which is where, well, some youngsters go there to wrestle.
They go there to fight and that doesn't bother you?
Why would it bother me? Much better to brawl there than in the tavern. At least in the quarry they can't damage anything but each other. And my catchpoles go by there from time to time to keep an eye on things.
Have you heard any talk of strangers in the town? Maybe people acting oddly?
Nothing worth mentioning. Sure, there's been some talk about the miller. Folks saying they've been seeing him doing this or that, or people visiting him at night, but he's never done anything. He's a decent enough man, for a miller.
I'll try asking him if he's heard anything.
He lives on the other side of the river, by the bogs. But don't go getting your hopes up. He might not be able to help.
Thank you, Bailiff.
God be with you.
Look what I've... You'll love this.
Yeah!
Hey! Is something the matter? What's the matter with you?
tečka.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Tanner, I've heard all's not well with you.
It's better now. I must have eaten something bad.
No, I mean you've complained about some ruffians raising hell behind your house.
Aye, true enough. That lot's been a thorn in my side. And when I went to tell them to take it elsewhere, they nearly beat me to a pulp.
How many of them are there?
How would I know? They make as much noise as a herd of wild boar in rutting season.
And did they all attack you?
Aye, they knocked the stuffing right out of me.
When are they there?
Nearly every evening. Every god-forsaken evening. Shouting and bellowing there till nightfall. And then they leave. Probably to get drunk.
And nobody does a thing about it?
I've been to the bailiff, but he couldn't give a rat's arse. There's no commotion under his window, so what does he care?
That's quite a bailiff you've got.
A scarecrow would keep better order.
If you want, I'll take care of them.
Well, you look like you could move mountains, but there are several of them and just one of you.
Perhaps we'll be able to settle things peacefully.
Maybe. They might think twice before kicking your arse.
Perhaps I can reason with them. It doesn't have to come to blows.
Well, break a leg, lad. Or better yet, don't. But if you manage to pull it off, you'll get your reward. Don't worry. Take care. What the? He's stealing! Watch out! A thief! I see a thief!
Hey,
You
who's
little
there?
piece of shit. You want to have a go?
What's going on there?
Boys. What do you need?
What happened with the tanner?
Nothing out of the ordinary. He came to test his mettle like everyone, but he couldn't even get past young Weed. Then he started whining about getting his money back because we tricked him, so we threw him out. He came back a few times after that complaining about all the shouting, and ordered us to bugger off elsewhere.
But you didn't.
No. And when he got really annoying, he got a punch in the mouth, and he hasn't been back since. Doesn't dare to. But it didn't shut that big mouth of his.
I heard that someone's looking for...
Willing to do anything? Meaning what? Something filthy like helping the knacker? I wouldn't know. Go and ask someone else.
That's not what I meant, but alright.
See you later.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Hey.
What's that? Who's that? Hey!
Greetings, good night.
Why did you thrash the tanner?
Because he came by one day, lost his money, and then started on about how we cheated him and ought to...
He told me that you jumped him when he asked you to stop making a racket behind his house. I heard...
Maybe.
That's not what...
God be with you.
Henry, what?
Put away that
God save.
What went on with the tanner?
When things got lively, I wasn't... Take care.
Who are you?
The tanner sent me. He says you've been causing a commotion at night.
Ha! So all his whining finally found a friendly ear, did it? Let me tell you something first, whelp. I'm the bailiff's man, and we're not doing anything wrong here. Old Leatherman's only been whining like that since he lost a bit of silver. Didn't bother him before that.
He told me different.
Ha! Of course he did. Otherwise no one would help him. Go ahead and ask the lads. They'll tell you the same. It's God's honest truth.
I'll take you at your word. But what should I do now?
The way I see it, you've got two choices. Screw that old liar and leave him be, or get down to business.
What do you mean, get down to business?
Well, you may think you're pretty tough, and if you give us all a thrashing, we might think it over. But then again, we're no strangers to a hard fight.
If I break your arm, then you won't be coming here for a while, will you?
But I'm a fair fellow, so I'll make you an offer. If you enter our tournament and win, which means beating us all,
I'm looking for what... Thanks, but...
well, you've...
What are you...
No.
If I wanted to join...
It's pretty simple. First you have to beat Weed. He's that not too dangerous looking fella there. But some nights, he gets a good rest and he's got God on his side. Then...
So the last match is with you?
That's right. They say a bout with me is no...
I want to fight you.
What did I tell you? Take care.
Oh, wait.
Who's there?
Hey! What?
Let's fight.
Put a bit more effort into it, lad. I won't tussle with you till you put weed on. God be with you.
Put that weapon away
draw your
before
weapon
someone
here.
gets hurt.
My God, what happened? Let's do it.
Let's go.
Take care.
Lost your wind?
Here!
Ho-ho! I'll gut you like a rabbit. Ah!
Ow.
Ah! Yo! Ah! Yeah!
Before that, me talking about that scrapper from Rat's.
I didn't sit on any tell you.
With your ass so hard.
Take that! Ah!
I don't say you.
Ha!
I'm saying,
Ah!
go on him and then
Yo! Ah!
What really happened then?
I knocked him down, and he pulled me down on top of him. I slammed him with my hip, not my arm.
Let's fight.
That wasn't bad. See you later. Ale dobre dele! Go! I'm over here. Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need it. Missed. You're going to cry now. Fucker! Ah! Yo! Hey! Well, look here.
Christ! Here! Don't let him get away! For fuck's... Huh?
Something you're looking for here? What are you doing here? Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
They told me a different tale. Said you went there to fight of your own free will and lost a good deal of silver. Is that the way of it?
I did go there at first, but they cheated. And when I caught them cheating, they beat me. And now I have to hear that racket every day.
It's your own fault. I don't see why I should help you. Maybe if you're lucky, they'll lose interest.
Take care. Look out. Is there something you need? Clear off before I have you... Down! Damn! Well? Lost something here. What's it to be?
I feel quite hungry.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Listen, have you heard about anyone looking to recruit men around here? Or planning some kind of mischief?
No?
Come on. I know how it is with millers. I've been friends with a few and they hear all the gossip.
So go ask them.
I doubt their ears reach all the way here.
Then it seems you're out of luck.
Surely we can come to some arrangement.
I don't much care for strangers.
So, what do I have to do to get in your good graces, Master Miller?
Well, if I heard from those Miller friends of yours that you can be relied upon, and you're not a complete dolt.
I'd like you to teach...
Certainly.
Well,
God be with you.
What's going on there? Who's there? What's that?
říkali staré baby na trapáci dole.
Ah! Ah! Are you blind? For Christ's sake! There's people walking here.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
What the?
Huh?
How come you're wearing such...
Have you noticed anything
And what's your idea of
Have you heard of anyone looking to hire some rough men?
Mercy?
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
Where do you think they might be meeting now?
How should I know? I'm an honest innkeeper, not a man-at-arms. They could be meeting at another inn.
And what happened to them?
I don't know, they just stopped coming. And I haven't
You haven't heard anything about where they went?
Is there any way I'll recognize them?
Unquenchable thirst? They drank like fish. They were rough-looking too. Big-bearded and scruffy.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for someone?
And they played dice. I do remember there were always dice on the table.
So they were fond of dice, were they? And
Anywhere there's dice and usually drink. That's all you need for a game. Although it dawns on me now, I never saw...
Simon who?
Why, the young miller. He runs Katzig Mill. Neighbours are always slandering him for trafficking, but who knows? Maybe he just has a knack for business.
You don't know where I might find some,
And why would you want them? You'll set tongues wagging about you.
But they'd be the ones to know what reputable townsfolk don't.
I grant you that. Well, we don't have an executioner, just a knacker. But he's an odd fellow. Like any knacker, I suppose. And there's some strange tales about Miller Simon, too. But I'd say it's just jealousy.
What can you tell me about the knacker?
Decent folk don't talk about him. He deals in carcasses.
I was hoping you'd tell me a bit more than that.
Why should I care about him? He lives in a house by the church, and that's all I know. And all I'll say.
What can you tell me about Simon?
There's not much to tell. He runs Katzig Mill, and some say thieves meet there at night. But isn't there gossip about every miller? I don't think he's a sinner. But only God knows for sure.
Anything else?
You might not find him at the mill. He's a busy man, always out and about making some deal or other. And he likes to throw dice, especially when he sees a fat purse hanging on a drunken belly.
Thank you for the help.
Not at all. But why off so soon? Sit down for a tankard or a bite to eat. Goodbye.
Get up! What are you doing lying here? Get the hell out! What was that?
Pull me in here.
How dare you sleep in someone else's bed? Get lost!
I'd like a beer.
Get up! What are you doing lying here? Get the hell out!
What are you playing at with that weapon? You! Stop right where you are! Surrender! You're under arrest for breaking the law. Hey! You got a crime now. Ow! Good enough. Enough! You got me!
Must eat.
Bring it on.
Put that weapon away before someone gets hurt.
Meat, cured and fresh, from the woods or from the pen.
Why?
If your coffee's burnt down, our
Great.
coffee will
Cook
still
meat
taste
from a
good.
rose bush.
If your
We're all
recipe
the good it
doesn't,
is. Another lot.
Lost something here?
Jesus Christ be praised.
Are you the local knacker?
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of, I'll turn me hand to knackering.
Well, then you might know a lot of things that others don't.
I'm a decent man. Not always honest, but decent.
Anything fishy going on in these parts?
There certainly is. Candles are being stolen from the church, as brazen as that. What sort of people do that?
Ah, but have you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me. I don't even go to the tavern much these days.
And what's been happening in Sasau lately?
Nothing interesting. Except maybe that bitch being slaughtered.
What? Who was she, a villager? I wouldn't call that nothing interesting.
No, I mean a dog bitch. It was a while back, but they called me to clear it up.
What happened?
The dog looked like she'd been hacked to bits. They were scared it was some demon, but as far as I could see, someone took a sword or an axe to her.
Why on earth would anyone do that?
What do I know? Maybe he was snooping around where he shouldn't, and the bitch went for him. I hear there was some dog-bitten fellow being cared for at the monastery. Only they kept him there on account of a broken leg. Maybe that's the same one.
Thank you.
Very well. What do you want here? What the? Hey?
Good men and good wives, come closer. Poor or rich.
Yeah.
Gutenberg is far, far away. Gutenberg is far here I stay. My breath is short, my feet are sore. I buy a horse, I buy a ball. Sun may burn, sun may up.
and get a move on. May the Lord watch over you.
God be with
Farewell.
Can we do something about the...
What's all the barking about, you old hound? Some cats, I suppose.
He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down or fetch and carry things.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able...
Thank you. I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matt.
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me.
and I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care.
Look, I can see you limping, and that's after a brawl with 2 wounded men. What state do you think you'd be in after a real fight with me?
You wouldn't.
Of course I would.
Please, no.
So, about that debt.
I'll fix things somehow.
What do you do here?
Quiet.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Ah!
Please.
For the love of God!
What's happening here? Oh my God. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the 2 of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Rattay unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Brother Nicodemus? Who's he?
He takes care of the injured. He knows something about herbs and a little about setting broken bones.
And is he good at it?
He tries, but he doesn't have much experience.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe, but convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well. And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery, but really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week, Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power. What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Well, I can try.
You?
I'll give it a go.
So you don't know anything. Don't even think about touching that poor man.
What about the executioner from Ratai? He usually breaks bones, but he might know something about mending them too.
The executioner? Even if you could persuade him to come, they'll never let him in here.
Well, maybe it would be enough if he advised me and then I tried...
Look, do whatever you want. I have to go and take care of the others.
Tell me more about this. All right.
Goodbye. For the love of God!
Tell me more. All right, that's all. What happened to...
Poor man.
But do you know what?
Maybe.
But what can we do?
Us.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years...
And does anyone know where...
If you believe the stories about a wild man... May the Lord watch over you.
He'll be able to get out of this on his own. He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
I can't stay here.
These wounds have been well taken care of.
Please, help me.
What the?